Hi, welcome to Moo Moo Math. Today we are going to look at radian measure, what radian measure is, and how to convert from radians back to degrees and degrees to radians. And there's two videos that are going to cover that. This one's just going to introduce the radian measure, and then we're going to learn how to convert from degrees over to radians. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to kind of define what's a radian measure. Okay, radians on your calculator, you can actually switch between radians and degrees, but the concept is this. Just like we can measure in inches, we can also measure in centimeters and millimeters. So this is our English, inches is our English unit of measure, and millimeters and centimeters are just the metric version. Okay, radian measure is similar to that, where normally we measure angles in degrees, but radian is just a different unit of measure. So let's talk about where radian measure comes from. Okay, I've drawn a circle here, and we know the circle has 360 degrees in it. Okay, and a line has 180 degrees in it. So what I've done is I've labeled a circle. As you go around the circle, what radian measures match it? So if I have a straight line and it's 180 degrees, that is equal to pi, and pi is a radian measure. So pi is equal to 180 degrees. So half of pi, so from here up to this part, you can see that's a 90-degree angle, right? So that means pi over 2, or half of pi, would equal to 90 degrees. And then if I go 3/4 of the way around the circle, that's a pi plus another half a pi, so it's 3/2 pi. But what is that in degrees? Well, that's 180 plus another 90, that's 270. And if I go all the way around the circle, that's 360 degrees, which is equal to 2 pi. So that's basically the basic measures and how they relate from radian back to degrees. Now let's talk about converting, okay? If we need to convert from degrees back to radians, we're going to use a very easy proportion. Okay, look back here at our circle, and we know that a pi in radians, pi radians, is equal to 180 degrees. So I can actually just make a fraction out of that, because that's going to be the fraction 1. So I'm going to multiply this degree, 150 degrees, by the fraction pi over 180. And that is how I'm going to convert from a fraction, or from degrees, over to radians. Now, let's just take this, and you may want your calculator handy to help you, but you're just going to multiply the top. So I'm going to take 150 times pi over 180. Now, I can reduce this. I can reduce these by what, 30? So let's take 150 divided by 30. So 150 divided by 30, that's going to give me 5 pi on top. And then I'm going to divide the 180 by 30. So I'm just reducing by 30. And let's see, 180 divided by, whoops, I didn't clear my calculator. 180 divided by 30 is 6. So that's going to give me pi over 6. And that unit is now in radians. Okay, so let's look at one more of those. Okay, let's take this 60-degree angle, and I'm going to take 60 degrees over 1, and I'm going to multiply it by this ratio, which is equal to 1 because we're just converting. So 60 times pi is just 60 pi all over 1 times 180, and that's 180. And let's reduce this, and notice they reduce by 60. I can take a 60 out of that, so that's just 1 pi, or just pi. Take a 60 out of that, and that's 3. So pi over 3 radians is equal to 60 degrees. And that's how you convert from a degree to a radian using this proportion. Now there's a second video we're going to have that's going to help you just convert back and forth. I'm going to look at each one. But if you like our videos, please visit moomoomath.com and give us a thumbs up. Thank you.